How you doing? It's Wolves. So I'm doing a video on how to run the power cable through a bulkhead on a 208 GTI, or just a 208 in general. For anyone who wants to have a go, it's pretty straightforward. It's just a bit of a pain in the arse, but when you know where it is, it's a lot easier. So here we go. So you do need to remove the glove box. It's pretty simple. You need to take the cover off for the fuse box, which is just there, and there's a couple of Torx bit screws. I think there's one there, one there, one there. So there's only 4 to take out, and then you just pull that straight out. Where I've gone, if you can see, is in the bulkhead, just there. You can see that there's the wiring loom comes through. You've got to be really careful, drill a little hole through, and just run the cable through there. Obviously the remote cable needs to be wired in. Because it's a modern car, I'm going to wire that into the fuse box in the underneath the bonnet. It's a lot easier. You can't get there unless you do it, so you have to take the battery out. Again, pretty simple. Obviously undo these, undo the main one, couple of bolts in there. That's the tray that sits in here. Just move this bit over the way. Obviously you have to take out a couple of connections there, but it is pretty simple, and as you can see, it's just in there. It's a bit of a pain in the ass to get to, but you can do it. I did this on a GT line diesel as well, so they're exactly the same. It's not so much room to move in here. This is a Peugeot Sport GTI, so not much room to move, but it is doable. So just put the battery back in now. Obviously I've threaded all the wires, I run all the wires, well, power and 2 power ones. So just putting this back in now. So bit by bit, look, put this back in. You want to go back down, all right? There are little bits that have to be taken out, so obviously push them back in again. 2 little bolts in here, piece of cake for that. These bits pop back in there, and you've got your earth that will pop back on in a minute, but I'll show you that in a sec. Making progress now. This bit just literally pulls out and push back in again, so really simple to take out, and you can sort of swing it around over, so that's pretty good. I'm just going to put the cover back on the battery now, and then connect these 2 up, and then I'm going to sort out putting the inline fuse in this and wiring it to the battery. Okay, so we're connected up to the battery. I haven't reconnected the battery yet, because I've got to run the wires to the back yet before I connect it to the amp. So I've got a remote one here as well, all right, and that's going to go into there, all right, next to the 30 amp fuse. This is what I did for the GT line that I had, which worked a treat. So yeah, that's all done. Also, just a quick one. It is a bit of a pain in the bum getting the wiring through here, so I just used heli pipelet, slid it through, and it made it a lot easier. But yeah, this is all connected up apart from the battery, so now I've just got to run the wires through the car, a couple more bits, and I should be there soon, hopefully. Right, so we're now into the realms of removing the touchscreen. So I have done this before. You need to come down here, pull this bit off. You've got to be really careful with this, because you could crack the screen if you're not too careful. But remove this. I'll do it step by step. So as you can see, just getting a little pry bar down here, a little plastic one, all right, and just lifting it up as you go. It is pretty simple, but just be careful with it, and then this bit just slides off. So that's the face off. Obviously you have to take that out, and then there's some Torx here to remove, 1, 2, and then the screen will come out, and then you've got 4 more underneath. I think it was 4 more anyway. Undo that, and then the actual stereo itself can come out. Because it's a standard fitment stereo, there's no RCA's in the back, so you need an RCA converter that goes into the rear speaker wire, and then that converts it into RCA's, and then you can run the RCA's down. Okay, so taking the 4 out. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, again very simple, 2 more, and then this bit slides right out. So as you can see, I've removed the trim coming down here, and the trim just here. There's a bolt, there's a screw just up there. You've got to be really careful. Obviously take off the grab handle as well. You have got to be really careful because you can easily break stuff. I have run the RCAs down with the power. Probably shouldn't do it, but to be honest, I'm too lazy to go down the other side and split it all up. So I never really get much of a buzz, so never really much of a problem. Not enough for me to worry about anyway. But yeah, run it down there, and that's in the back of the car. Just come up through the underneath the seatlet. Okay, so I've just come up through there. The speaker wire that comes out of the back of the stereo is a different colour to the rear speakers, which is a bit of a ball ache. So it's trial and error to see which ones do what. But I'm going to do that in a minute. Okay, so just to finish off then, you have to piggyback the RCA converter off the back of the head unit. So obviously you have to pick the rear speaker wires, or you don't have to, it's up to you, but they're the easiest ones to go to. The wire at the back is different to the wire at the speaker, just to let you know. So, and that block there, that's rear speakers, that's rear speakers, so top and bottom, top and bottom. Sometimes you have to earth it as well. I haven't needed to earth it because it's all running all right. So that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully it's helpful to you. If it has been, give us a like, and if you've got any comments, obviously leave them. I'll try and get back. Cheers, take care, bye.